Welcome back to another episode, everyone. We want to say a huge shout out to all of the legends out there who have subscribed, following along and sending us comments. We absolutely love hearing from you guys.
Yeah, it's been really good to get all that positive feedback. Thanks to everyone for that. Hope you enjoyed this episode as we travel around Beachport and Robe. We did have a few technical issues with this one. We are learning some valuable lessons. Things like don't drag a hard drive out of your bottom drawer that's been sitting there for a while.
Since like the 2000s when I was at uni.
Yeah, and try and use that to back up all your YouTube footage onto, because it might not go well. Thankfully, we were able to recover most of that. We're still working on it, but yeah, we've definitely learnt that lesson the hard way. Little did we know at the time, we were hanging out on the beach having a great time. This would be the last time we'd sit on a beach and even see the coastline for many, many months. In fact, we still haven't reached back to the coast. So yeah, it was a great time, and we certainly enjoyed just chilling out in Robe for a few days.
Enjoy this episode, guys, and hang around for the bloopers at the end.
Check out the outtakes. Rightio, so we made it to Beachport last night. Pulled up at a little national park campground just on the north side of Beachport. Good little camp here last night at, I don't know what this campground's called actually. What's it, 3 Mile Dale? Yeah. Yeah, so at 3 Mile Campground just north of Beachport. Not a bad little campground. There's not too many sites. I think there's only about 7 sites here. And not many of them are big enough for a van like ours, and a lot of them have got low overhanging trees. So anyway, we managed to squeeze onto site 7. Site 7 is definitely the biggest. Yeah, it's not a bad little site. Some of the other sites are probably only really suitable for a smaller trailer or a ground tent. Just going to go into town this morning and have a bit of a look around. Beachport's claim to fame is that this is the second longest jetty in South Australia. So yeah, I don't know, it feels like a bit of a stretch to me. Like not a huge achievement to have the second longest jetty in one state, but anyway, good on them.
It's a long jetty.
It is a long jetty. I'd like to see the longest one. I'll be curious to find out where the longest one is. Righto, so that was us checking out Beachport. Beautiful little spot. It'd be a cracker in the warmer months or if the weather was a bit better, but absolutely loved it. Like, yeah, it was cool. Awesome jetty, cafes, good little shops. It's a pretty small little place, but scenic, beautiful.
Small, but done well. It's
a
really beautiful place.
Yeah, and that scenic drive we went on, I think it was called the Bowman Scenic Drive, just goes along the coast, stunning little coastline. Sort of reminds us a little bit of the Great Ocean Road. Like a little mini Great Ocean Road, I guess. Yeah, nice little spot. There's a swimming lake there. There's a few other things you could do. Yeah, if you wanted to hang around a bit longer, there's heaps to see and do, or a bit to see and do. But anyway, we're going to take off, go find a free camp for the night on the way to Robe. We're going to head to Robe tomorrow. Probably going to spend at least a couple of days there. Liz's cousin lives there, so we're going to probably go and camp up in her backyard with the van. And
there's a brewery there that Simon's been hanging for.
Yeah, my brewery. I missed out on my birthday a few days ago, so
belated birthday brewery.
Gonna give myself a belated present and go hang out at the brewery. Apparently it's pretty family friendly, a good little vibe there, so we'll check that out, and a few other bits and pieces we'll check out in Robe too. I think there's going to be a bit to see and do. Righto, so heading into Robe this morning to have a bit of a look around. Stayed last night. We just free camped in a pine forest in a plantation, which was actually really good. It was a bit of room for the kids to run around and nice and quiet last night. No one to hassle us, so yeah, just tucked in sort of halfway between Beachport and Robe, and a pretty cool little four-wheel drive track in last night too. Don't know what, we're going out a different way, so we'll see what it's like today. It's not too bad getting out, but yeah, bit of fun, add to the excitement. The quiet coastal town of Robe lies a couple of hours south of Adelaide, and it's easy to see why this beautiful little town is such a popular holiday destination, particularly in the warmer summer months.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99.
While we're in Robe, I got the invitation to go out and do some fishing. Now, the fishing of choice around these parts is crayfishing, so we were heading out to try and get our hands on a couple of fresh crays to cook up for lunch. The pressure was on a bit as the weather had been pretty rough the last few days and the pots probably weren't sitting as they should, and it was also drawing to the end of the season. But if we didn't get a cray, it was going to have to be sausages for lunch.
Fell between the four, pulling stitches, time to let go, so come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old eyes. And my crooked little heart that seems so rebellious is falling apart right now. I'm bleeding, an easy kill, gonna leave it all behind.
Now, unfortunately, after checking all the pots, we had no luck at getting any fresh cray, so sausages it was. Luckily, Scott and Justine had a lobster that they'd caught previously, and we still got to enjoy some crayfish for lunch as well. But we just enjoyed having a great afternoon, just chilling out on the beach and having a little fire. Now, after having a bit of a look around town, we decided to head up to Cape Jaffa Wines, which is not far from Robe. And the beautiful thing about this place is it's the perfect winery in my opinion, because they also have a brewery on site. So I was able to finally get to my brewery that I didn't get to for my birthday a few days earlier. So albeit a couple of days late, I got to enjoy a few cracking bevies. He's got on here, on the menu, he's got for wine emergencies, call Derek. And he's running up. I don't know what a wine emergency is, but
when you run out.
It's good to know. It's good to know you've got a hotline if you need it. And drinking beer out of a wine glass is new to me, but I kind of like it. After a great afternoon hanging out at Cape Jaffa Wines, it was time to hit the road and start making our way north. Can't wait to show you guys what we get up to next. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming adventures, and we'll see you next Sunday. Rightio, so that was us having a bit of a look around Robe. So that was the Bowman Scenic Drive.
Beachport.
What did I say?
Robe.
Okay.
Go back, rewind.
Alright.
That's my line.
Actually, everything I edit, I start with alright.
Yeah, you
and I haven't cut it out because it's just I start with alright. So that was a few days. We just you talk then.
Alright. So we
no,
just
you can't stay with alright. How many shots I've got of you doing your hair? When I've gone to check the B-roll. So many shots of you getting your hair ready.